Good afternoon, good morning. This is Mark Johnson from Loyalty360. Hope everyone's happy, safe, and well. I want to welcome you back to another episode of our Leaders in Customer Loyalty series. In this series, we talk to leading brands about what they are seeing and hearing on the front lines of customer channel and brand loyalty. Today, we have the pleasure of speaking with Lindsay McCann. She's the Director of Customer Loyalty and Marketing at New Seasons Market. They are a Portland-based grocer with 19 grocery stores across the Pacific Northwest and more stores in the opening process as well. So looking forward to learning a bit from Lindsay and New Seasons. So how are you today?
I'm great. Thank you, Mark. Thank you so much for having me on. I'm super excited to be here and talk about New Seasons.
Absolutely. Looking forward to the discussion. For those who may not be familiar with New Seasons Market, can you tell us a little bit about what you guys do, how you do it, a little bit about your history?
Yeah, so I think you mentioned that we're a store of 19 stores, but we did not start out that way. We are right now, New Seasons Market is an independent operator as part of the Good Food Holdings family of brands. And we were actually founded in the Portland, Oregon area in the year 2000. We were founded by 3 families and about 50 of their friends. So we've been a Portland, Oregon staple since 2000. And now we have grown to 19 stores in the Oregon, Washington, and we have 1 store in Northern California area. We are now over 3,500 really passionate staff that operate these stores. And as you mentioned, plans to grow in the future. What New Seasons Market does that's really special is we offer organic and a lot of locally sourced, very hyper-local sourced products. But we also offer your classic grocery favorites, and we have a full chef-made deli option through our prepared foods department. So we kind of run the gamut in very high quality and local products. And I would also say that where we really differentiate ourselves is in our progressive values. So New Seasons Market is a mission-driven organization. We offer industry-leading compensation packets and benefits. And we also commit 10% of our after-tax profits to the communities that we serve, which is huge in the grocery industry because, grocery industry operates on such small margins. And so being able to do that is a really important part of our mission.
That's awesome. When you look at yourself, we always like to get a little bit of a personal, understanding of who we're speaking with, and get to know them a little better, what they like, what they don't like. So we'd love to know a little bit more about you, your history, maybe even a fun fact. Do you have 14 kids? Do you like to scuba dive? What's a passion of yours as well?
Sure. Yeah, I do not have 14 kids. We'll just start there. I am, as you mentioned, currently the Director of Customer Loyalty and Marketing at New Seasons, based out of Portland. And I also serve in that capacity for our sister banner down in Santa Cruz. It's called New Leaf Community Markets. I've been in the loyalty business on the brand side for almost a decade now. Previously was at Columbia Sportswear, managing Columbia and Mountain Hardwear loyalty programs. Loyalty is a true passion of mine. I just love this business. I love seeing customer behavior change over time and measuring that. And I have a background also in market research and data analytics. So that all comes into play into loyalty. At New Seasons, my team is actually quite large. We oversee a number of marketing operations. So we have, in addition to the loyalty program, operations and day-to-day management and strategy. We also are responsible for customer insights. We do all of the digital campaigns, so all of our email and SMS for the companies. And we are also overseeing paid media and advertising and social media. So we have a lot going on at New Seasons Market and a broad responsibility across all of our channels. And a fun fact about me is I don't scuba dive, no kids, but I do live with a small pack of sled dogs. And they're mostly retired now. They're getting up there in age, but several years ago, we would travel around the Western states and Canada and compete in sled dog races. And so that was a very big passion of mine. I actually, I think I am still the record holder for the first ever Fat Bike Jor Championship in the Western states. And that's when you hook yourself up to a couple dogs and they pull you on a mountain bike with very fat tires across a race course in the snow. So really exciting, very fun, a little bit crazy, but that's a passion.
Well, that's awesome. That's great. I know that you are a finalist in the Loyalty360 Award category, Social Impact and CSR. Can you tell us a bit more about what you plan to share with the conference attendees in your award session?
Yes. And first of all, I would say that I am so excited to be presenting in this category. And that's because there's so much to say. There's such a big story to tell with New Seasons Market, because there is so much that we do. I already mentioned a couple of areas that we differentiate in, so that giving back 10% of our after-tax profits to the local community. That's just one example of the really tangible impact that we have to the communities that we serve and to the regional food economy. But in my presentation, I'm going to be giving so many more examples of how we really walk our talk and we really use our business as a force for good through give back events. So not only asking the customers to participate alongside us in giving back to their community and neighborhoods, but how we make tangible and financial impacts and donations to our community. We also have a strong and kind of dialed in commitment to sustainability, to reducing food waste, to creating food secure communities. So I will be giving examples of how we do that. And then I'll also be talking about how our loyalty program, which is called Neighbor Rewards, how that fits into our core values and really how it enables a customer connection to our brand and to their own communities, and how we invite our customers to participate in our, doing business as a force for good alongside us. So they have a hand through our loyalty program, their own communities.
Okay, great. You mentioned your new loyalty program, Gift It. I think it kind of reflects your commitment to local communities and customers. Can you tell us a bit about the program, what initiated the program and how it's grown and maybe where you see it going forward?
Absolutely. The Gift It program was always part of the vision in bringing our loyalty program, Neighbor Rewards, to life. It was always there as a concept to again, invite our customers to take part alongside us as a brand in giving back to their communities. However, the Neighbor Rewards program is still relatively new. We only launched it back in 2019, mid-year. So it's 2.5 years old. And as we all know in the loyalty industry, your first year of launching a brand new program, you're focused on hypercare, you're focused on creating organizational change management and driving adoption of the program through your staff and your customers and driving awareness. So it wasn't until about February of 2020 when we did launch officially our Gift It program. And the Gift It program is a platform in which it's housed in our .com website. It enables our customers that participate in Neighbor Awards to give their earned cashback reward forward to a featured partner of ours. So we specifically call it Gift It, and we call it giving rather than donating, because we've set it up to be a program that enables more than just a true nonprofit. So true 501c3s can participate. We do feature them, but we also have set it up so that down the line, if we have, for example, a partner that's a generational farmer that is having trouble with his or her crops, we can put them up on Gift It and have our customers generously donate or give their rewards to that partner. So that is in essence the Gift It program. If you think back at, we launched in February of 2020, it was right before the pandemic. We launched quietly and then the pandemic hit. And overnight, you think about those first few months, kids were sent home from school, restaurants shuttered. So immediately our food sources and our producers were struggling, and there was a real need to positively impact hunger in the area. So what we did in the spring of 2020, as the pandemic was underway, we immediately used Gift It, again, as a force for good. And so we partnered with our long-term partner, Oregon Food Bank, and down in Santa Cruz, Second Harvest, Santa Cruz County. We featured them on the site. We invited our customers to participate. And within the first few months of featuring those partners, our customers had generously given about $26,000 in their own rewards, cashback rewards, to those partners. And now the program has grown, so that we're featuring more than one partner. And to date, our customers have given over $75,000 in their own rewards to those partners directly.
Okay, great. I know New Seasons Market was recognized as an EPA Green Power Partnership top 30 retailer in 2019 and 2020. it definitely seems to fit in with your customer social responsible approach. Can you tell us a little bit about why that is so important and what your customers appreciate or like in that approach?
Absolutely. So, for over 2 decades, New Seasons Market has really championed sustainability within the communities we serve and also the grocery industry at large. We do that through prioritizing partnerships with local partners that reduce carbon emissions associated with food transport. And we also relentlessly seek out operational solutions to reduce food and packaging waste. And as you mentioned, we also purchase 100% of our electricity through renewable energy credits. We do all these things because it is really the right thing to do. And if you think about the real impact that climate change is having to our already fragile food system, I mean, think about farmers impacted by, especially here in the West, drought and wildfires. We are committed and really want the next generation to thrive. And so we're committed to taking action to protect the future. And I think that through these examples, our customers are right there with us in recognizing this critical need and really valuing brands that commit to this.
As part of your New Seasons loyalty program, Gifted, you've talked significantly about kind of your approach to being a corporate socially responsible partner, and it definitely reflects that. Can you talk a little bit more about the Gifted program and how it underscores that commitment to the local community?
Yes, absolutely. So our Gifted program is still relatively new. It was always part of our long-term vision to bring to have this community connection and to enable our customers to participate alongside us in really impacting the communities and the neighborhoods that they live in. So our Gifted program is a platform that's housed on our .com website that allows our customers to give a portion or all of their earned cashback rewards to a featured partner. And so what we did was launch the Gifted program in February of 2020. We launched it quietly, and that was right before the pandemic. So as we started to get into the pandemic period, we saw that there was a real need overnight for additional support in our communities. So you think about what happened in March of 2020 and April of 2020, restaurants shuttered, kids were sent home from school. Immediately, there was a very tangible need for support in the area of hunger relief. And so what we did through the Gifted program was we partnered with some of our long-term partners, the Oregon Food Bank here in the Oregon area, and Second Harvest Santa Cruz County down in Santa Cruz, California. And we featured them on the Gifted site, and we invited our customers to give their rewards to these organizations. Within the first few months, our very generous customers had given over $26,000 in their own rewards to these organizations. And now that the Gifted program has been running for about a year and a half to date, it's grown, and we've been able to feature more than one partner. And our customers have given over $76,000 in their own rewards to these partners. It's really amazing.
That's awesome. When you look at customer loyalty, one of the things we love to do is get an understanding of what certain terms or ideas or in customer loyalty mean. And there's no more important one than customer loyalty itself. What does customer loyalty mean to you and to your organization?
I think this one's easy. Customer loyalty for us means it's cultivating a long-term relationship and with our customers that are based on more than just perceived value and more than just transactional benefits. I know that a lot of brands are seeking to do this. For us, it's something very real and very important that we actually make those relationships happen through experiences. So it's really about, for us, the next new thing and where we're going is giving our customers awesome experiences and community connection through our brand.
Okay. Technology is a huge area of opportunity for brands. Getting it right can be a big challenge. Obviously, you got to have a great partner in clutch. When you look at technology and getting it right, are there challenges that you have with regard to the technology that can enable personalization or enable mobile, or what do you see with regard to technology and the opportunity?
Yes, there are definitely challenges with technology. I think one of the biggest challenges right now with technology is the customer's ease of use and understanding and participation within your loyalty program, and their understanding of how to participate easily and with the most simple features possible. So what I mean by that is, loyalty operations is a complex business. It's with offers set up, with campaigns, with communications, with customer records. That's messy. And our technologies can support us in simplifying that, and they do. But from a customer perspective, there are times when you are asking them to do something or you're sending something to them, and they need to sometimes take extra steps. And so the challenge becomes how to have your technology present that extra step to the customers in the most simple way possible that will encourage them to participate. One of the key examples here is even just opting customers into emails. I think this is a huge challenge that is difficult through technology, because you have, of course, we have legacy accounts. We have customers that have just enrolled in loyalty through their phone number. And so when it's not as easy as just asking a customer for their email, you really have to deal with match merge issues. And I think it forces, all of this is to say that it forces us to think from the customer's perspective and from their point of view, and match our technologies to what the customer is enabled to do and how they're willing to take the extra step and participate in our programs.
Okay, great. When you look at personalization, it's very important for those who have effective customer loyalty strategies, customer loyalty approaches. What do you see the challenges and opportunities around personalization? Where do you see that going?
Yes, personalization has tons of challenges and tons of opportunities. I think we are not lacking in creative ideas or wants for personalization. I know it's a hot topic and all brands talk about this. I was actually on a call recently with some other industry professionals in the loyalty industry, and one of them asserted that brands don't personalize enough, potentially out of laziness, because they're just not willing to look at the data and do it. And I actually argued this point because, especially for, you think about New Seasons Market, it's a small to mid-sized brand. We don't have the resourcing or technology to help us make some of those critical decisions on where to personalize and how to personalize. So we don't have the funds to have all the latest technology and dynamic content in AI to help us make those data-driven decisions. And beyond that, creative bandwidth is always a concern. So that's a major challenge of, even if we have ideas, and we want to do so much. Like, for example, I would love to be sending wine-specific communications and offers to our wine aficionados that come to us and shop our amazing wine department. But we're a fast-moving business. We're hyper seasonal with our offerings, and that versioning of personalized content and personalized offers is difficult within the resources that we have from a versioning and creative perspective. And so what we do is we start small. We crawl, walk, run. We do a vegetarian version of our weekly ad. In the loyalty program, you get a free a chocolate bar on your birthday. Those are the small things that we do to edge towards personalization in an environment where it can be very, very challenging. But there are so many opportunities.
Okay, excellent. It's great to hear that it's a big push for you, and it sounds like starting small and having iterable approaches is what seems to be working. It sounds like you guys are doing a great job of that.
Yes.
So when you look at partnerships are another area we see a growing interest in our brand community. We have a partnership network that we help brands engage with one another. Grocery, the CPG relationships are obviously a big partner opportunity. But how does your brand look at partnerships traditionally going forward? Where do you see that as an opportunity for your customer loyalty program?
Yes, so we look at partnerships a little bit differently. Because we are so focused on doing the right thing and using business as a force for good, our idea of partnerships is slightly different in terms of not so much in the transactional benefit side of thing and connecting to another brand to provide a transactional benefit to our customers. We're looking at it from a brand responsibility perspective. So, we're the world's first B Corp grocer. So as a B Corp certified company, we absolutely look to partner with others who use the power of business as a force for good. And we place very high value on partners that are taking care of their staff and the environment and their local communities. We right now, where we operate in partnerships, is we partner with more than 1,000 organizations that help feed the hungry. They support K through 12 education, and they protect the environment. And this trickles into our loyalty program strategy, where we really try to seek out, and we will in the future try to seek out partnerships that meet this criteria of feeding hungry, supporting education, and supporting and committing to the environment.
Absolutely. It's great to hear. When you look at your customers, everyone knows and continue to talk about how customers are changing, their expectations, the channels they expect to engage in. How do you feel your customers are changing? And is that something that's consistent with the changes in the grocery industry?
Yeah, I know it's talked about a lot, but I think customers right now are really looking behind the curtain at the brands that they choose to do business with. The impact of, I think, about trustworthiness, authenticity, and corporate responsibility, which is exactly why I'm here presenting about New Seasons Market in that corporate responsibility and social impact category. Those things are driving more decisions through consumers' minds than I think we even realize. And I know that there's talk of how are brands adapting to that change. And I actually would say that New Seasons isn't really adapting to that change so much, because it's always how we've been operating. We're already operating under a mission that enables us to really walk that talk and do the right thing for the customer and for our communities. So what we are really doing to show the customer and bring them along with us that we are doing the right thing as a brand and business is we're focusing on what's really important for the world and the region that we live in. So we are doubling down on our sustainability efforts. For example, we were the first grocer to eliminate single-use plastic water bottles. We're constantly evaluating ways to reduce food waste and create food secure communities. And these are just a couple of examples of how we're showing up for our customers. And we're all living through the same change. And I think the customer is really coming along with us.
Okay. When you look at the next big thing for your brand's approach to customer loyalty, what do you think the next big thing is for in New Seasons Market?
Yes, I'm really excited about this because, as I mentioned, Neighbor Rewards being young, just a toddler, a couple of years old, we're establishing that baseline proposition, right? The transactional benefits, the adoption, the customers, the enrollments, that's all part of our first year, second year strategy. And right now we are turning our attention towards Neighbor Rewards 2.0, which is how do we bring experiences to the customer front? So that is the next big thing in loyalty, is really committing to an experiences arm of our loyalty platform and our loyalty connections. So what that means for us is a plan to, we partner with these amazing local producers in our regional areas that are making incredible products. And so making that one-on-one connection to our partners and our customers is part of the experiences vision, where think about taking a field trip and bringing our customers along to a farm tour with a producer that we work with, or a farm to table dinner, a winery tour. That is going to be so gratifying and so much fun. And that is where we're headed absolutely in 2022 and beyond.
Excellent. When you look at your competitive set in the grocery industry, and obviously online, and the other different potential competitors, how do you think you're different from your competitors? Are you seeing similar efforts from them, or what do you think you're doing differently?
Mark, we are really leaders in our industry. I would say that is how we are differentiated from our competition in the grocery industry. We have always been a leader, and we really set the example. So for instance, we just raised our starting wages for our staff, and we offer leading benefits packages. We were the first grocer to eliminate single-use water bottles. We invest in local businesses. We actually have a micro fund that helps small and minority-owned businesses make critical infrastructure improvements and purchase production materials. We were the first ever grocer to earn B Corp status. So that is how we set ourselves apart from our competitors in the grocery industry, is being leaders and really showing the way, setting examples, and using business as a force for good. Really great stuff.
When you look at your customer experience, customer loyalty journey, what can Loyalty360 do to help you with those efforts?
I think just bringing really great content and ideas in the forefront of what's new and next in the loyalty industry. We talked a lot about personalization. How do mid to small companies start doing personalization when resources are strapped? What does versioning look like? What are the newest technologies to help with that? That is a critical area that I would love to see from Loyalty360.
Excellent. As you know, you're a new member of Loyalty360. We have a small-sided meetings on a pretty frequent basis, and we tackle these different topics from a community perspective. So looking forward to getting you involved in that arena.
Great. Thank you. Look forward to it.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much for taking the time to talk to us today, Lindsay. It was great understanding more about you and also New Seasons Market. Sounds like you have a very passionate focus on the customers, which is great to hear. You don't always hear that, but I appreciate you taking the time to talk to us today and looking forward to meeting you in a few weeks.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you everyone for watching, and join us back again soon for another edition of our Leaders in Customer Loyalty series. Thank you very much.